Welcome back. Well, with Africa's population growing exponentially, there's need for the continent to ensure food security by raising its support for the agriculture sector. Now, CGTN Africa brings you a series of features on food production on the continent. Here's Lindy Mtongana with more.
We're coming to you from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology in Kenya. For the next 6 days, CGTN Africa brings you a 6-part series on food production in Africa. We'll explore the continent's support to farmers, innovation and technology, exports, food waste, water and bulk food production. In our first installment, we take a look at Africa's support to farmers. The United Nations estimates that the world's population will be roughly 10 billion by 2050, and more than half of that population growth is expected to occur in Africa. Now, meeting food requirements for this growing population means that world food production will need to rise by 70%, while in the developing world, production will need to double. Now, in response to this challenge, village-based advisors are helping farmers in Kenya improve productivity by providing advice on how to improve their yields. CGTN's Daniel Arapmoi reports.
Another night passed, and hopefully a more fruitful day lies ahead. Yet 400 kilometers from Kenya's capital Nairobi, in Lutonyi village, there is a new transformation. Sitati Protas, a village-based advisor, is leading a group of smallholder farmers in the lush foothills of Kimilili town in Kenya's western county of Bungoma to the farm for the day's planting session. We've just arrived at the farm, and Sitati, the village-based advisor, is instructing farmers on what will be planted today and the techniques of planting. So let's join up with him and the farmers and listen to what he's telling them.
Planting seeds from the previous crop do not give higher yields. So that's why I want to show you this hybrid. The hybrid normally yields more.
After listening to the village-based advisor, the farmers get ready for the day's planting, bearing in mind the instructions that have been given.
Today we are going to plant maize and beans. We are going to do intercropping, which is going to take it will be short-seasoned crop. Yeah, it will only take 2 months to get ready.
Caroline Wafula, a small-scale farmer in the heart of Lutonyi village, shared her experience with us, explaining how her farming has improved because of the village-based advisor.
I have learned that if you work as a group, you can learn from others better ways of farming that you can apply to your own farm and raise high profits.
Soon it's time for yet another sit-in session. The farmers gather for their final briefing of the day to share what they have learned.
Today we learned new and better techniques of planting. We use diversification to help us as farmers so that if we get good yields, we sell and get profits. That helps us in various ways. This is the storage. This is what we harvested first. We stored because we had a good harvest. We don't have enough space to dry the maize. That's why we decided to store these bags and left the rest to dry outside.
What do you make of government's initiatives to have village-based advisors like yourself?
Yeah.
And how exactly did this idea come about?
Yeah, this idea came about because of the national undergoing revolution, where we had the counties coming up, and the staff were not enough to cover the farmers with the advice. So for us, we came in as village-based advisors from the ground, so that we help each other with the government or at the county level. So that is the very essence of that particular reason.
So how many farmers have you supported, and what kind of support do you offer to the farmers?
Yes, so far I've reached 300 farmers in a group of 10 groups. There's different 10 groups, and the services I offer to them is advice on current changes, on climate change issues, and how we get these farmers do as to adapt the climate on this issue of planting the various crops that adapt to the climate.
And what has been the impact since you started supporting farmers in this village?
Yeah, it has been good because of the increment in yields. You find that the yields used to be once in a year, but currently they are doing it twice a year. That is the long rain season and then short rain season, as we are doing today here.
CGTN's main objective is to continue increasing farmers' access to knowledge on the proper use of agricultural inputs, with the aim of leading a transformation in farm productivity and profits for smallholder farmers. Daniel Arapmoi, CGTN.